In this section, we begin talking about emotions. Emotions are quite common and known to us. When we talk about emotions, I want to just point out that we're not speaking about mood. Mood is a prolonged, less explicit affective state. It's kind of like, what's your mood been over the past month following the election? My mood has been a certain kind of stable point. It's not usually determined by a single event, but it's an overarching state. In opposition to this is an emotion. An emotion is a physiological state that involves three distinct components. There is the subjective experience, meaning what I'm experiencing myself subjectively. Then there's my physiological arousal. How does going on a roller coaster affect me physiologically? And then there are the behavioral or expressive features of such an emotion. So this is how we define emotions overall. Now, there are several theories that have come about to try to explain how emotions come about and how we even register and respond to our emotions. We're going to focus on just three of these theories. Maybe we'll throw in a fourth as well. And we'll start off with the James-Lange Theory. And let me also point out that I'm going to be flipping over back and forth to an image, so try to follow with me with when I bring that image up. The James-Lange Theory says that, let's say I'm out and I'm walking in a field, and suddenly a snake pops up in front of me. In this James-Lange Theory, I would first sense the arousal, meaning my body or my mind would notice that there is a snake and have a physiological arousal state, which would lead me to be heart pounding, boom, 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 boom. I start to sweat, right? So he's going to start to sweat. Oh man, he's sweating. And at that point, fear is registered. That is the emotion that I have. I'm afraid. Fear. Right? Snake. So this is the James-Lange Theory. Now, let's see if we can put that up. As opposed to the James-Lange Theory, we have the Canon Theory. Now, the Canon Theory states that relevant stimuli are actually what generate the arousal themselves, and at that point, information is sent to the central nervous system and the cortex. So that right away, once I see the snake, the information is sent over to my central nervous system, and at the same time, at the same moment, my heart begins to pound, I may sweat, I might have other physiological effects, and the fear is registered within that same moment, as opposed to, again, a two-step process above, 1, 2 for James-Lange. Canon is a single kind of canon experience. That's a good way to remember it. It's a canon. It just happens all at once. Finally, we can talk about the two-factor theory. The two-factor theory, which was proposed by Schachter, states that the quality of our emotional experiences depends on how we label or how I appraise the particular arousal that is in my that I'm experiencing. So what he would say, Schechter and Singer, is that I see the snake. I begin to have heart pounding. And at that point, my mind has to assess, why is my heart pounding? What is causing my heart to pound? Well, if I appraise that there's a snake in front of me and that's dangerous, I'm now going to have a conclusion of fear. And that's when my emotion is going to register. I'm going to be afraid because I've assessed the heart pounding from the snake to be dangerous, and that is fear. If I would have had a heart pounding and then I noticed that there was an attractive person nearby, I might say, oh, it's not the snake, it's actually that person that I'm attracted to, and I attribute the heart pounding to that person, and therefore I won't have fear, but maybe I have excitement or some other emotion. Okay. There is one other theory by Lazarus, which is the cognitive mediational theory, which says that after I see the snake, I appraise the situation, and then from there I have the fear or the heart pounding and sweating. So it's kind of a two-step process as opposed to what we saw in this area. So that's about it for this particular section, covering 3 or really 4 theories of emotional processing. I hope you got it, and do your best to even picture this grid when you're trying to study.